Hi guys, how are you? This is Rosie from Phoenix Rising by Dior. I'm here to give you a daily vibe. It's weird, but for those of you who watch me, I do this whole process before I even start my readings. They already made me apply some type of healing towards the collective. So whoever is going to watch this message, I believe if you watch this message, I feel like they're saying through the entirety of the message, this healing will be applied to you. Something about the blocks of positive expression. So they made me do it before I even started the reading. I was like, now? This is for the reading? They're like, yep. Like, okay, whatever you say, I'm going to do. So I did it. Also, guys, for your newcomers, please like, share, subscribe. It helps the messages to circulate. It helps me know that you are enjoying what I'm putting out there, that it's resonating with you. If it resonates, please click the like button. For those of you who really enjoy the content of the channel, please hit subscribe. You receive notifications every time I go live or upload a new video. And for those of you who want a reading, please email at phoenixrisingbydior at gmail.com. It's listed in the About section in my page, on my channel. I can do any between healing and clearing and karma and readings and past, present, future, really far in the past. Guys, we have we have 3 archangels present, but there's a message after that. We have Archangels Metatron, Sandalphon, and Jegadiah present. But then I said, are there any more? And they gave me the smallest yes, and I was like, is there other archangels present that are not on this list? Because I have a list and I read off the name, and they said yes. And I said, do I know the names? Are they even published anywhere? And they said no. So there's 5 extra archangels that are present here. Sorry about my dog. And then a whole bunch of committees. So let's see what's going on today, as this is about to fall off. Let's see if that means anything. Okay, they're directing me towards a different deck. Every day they're directing me towards a different deck to start. So let's see, what about this card? I'm so sorry. So I guess they're saying this is probably why they said that I needed to apply healing. You're having a really hard time overcoming this obstacle of this heartache, this loss of the past. Hold on, is this them? This is their energy or the other person's energy? The other person's energy. So they're saying, yeah, I think you realize you definitely don't want to deal with anyone who's going to deceive you, or you don't want to be envious of somebody anymore. You don't want to be with people who are going to deceive you, who are going to wear false illusions and masks, maybe be two-faced. I feel like you realize now that you really just weren't listening to your intuition on this at all. Kind of like this gut feeling, you were pushing it to the side because you so badly wanted to have this situation from the past. But now I think you just see the truth in all this. Okay, but I feel like you're going to have some movement and growth going forward with all this. Let's see. You realize that you haven't been... they're saying you haven't been very wise when it came to this past situation. You thought this was going to bring you the happiness that you were expecting. Hold on a second. Okay. You were definitely drawn into this past person, but they're saying, like, I feel that you thought whoever this person or this heartache and loss that you're dealing with, that you're having a really hard time overcoming this obstacle. You felt that it was going to fulfill all your wishes. You felt that you were going to have like maybe extreme passion or drive, and there was going to be some like movement forward. But now I think you realize this was probably just really toxic. We have the devil here. You realize that this was really just a toxic situation. Maybe the person themselves was toxic, but let's see, what else? Okay. Huh. For those of you who've been really focusing now on going within and trying to activate that third eye and the crown chakra, for those of you who've been really trying to like settle in on this sense of knowing and opening your third eye, I think you see how weak this past situation was, how weak this person was, and maybe possibly even how weak they made you. Maybe they somehow removed your power in a situation. Yes, which caused this to fail. I feel like you're seeing this more now. You're seeing this more clearly now. The dark side, something about this person that you thought that was going to make you happy, they had a very dark side to it. So maybe originally you thought this was like something beautiful, something grand. But now I think you're seeing like, you know what, this was really like a really dark part of them. Maybe it didn't look dark before, but now it does. You see that it wasn't a good thing. Did somebody lie to you about building a foundation with you? Possibly. Maybe they put this illusion on and they lied and either they lied to you why they couldn't build a foundation with you, or they lied to you about why something fell apart. There's definitely about somebody's dark side and wish fulfillment. Okay, what's the next deck, Spirit? What's the next deck do you want to speak with the collective for today's reading? Okay. The Mystic, the Polar Bear. Know that challenges make you stronger. Have faith when you face adversity. Take time to rest, dream, renew your strength. Embrace your psychic abilities. You carry the shaman within you. And didn't I just say something the other day, my other reading, for those of you who watch my readings, about maybe you need to go talk to somebody? Maybe you need to go speak to a shaman. And they're saying that you carry the shaman within you. And I said, you're going into this place of trying to open up or activate your third eye and your seventh chakra, your crown chakra. It's been weakened. Maybe this past person, this past situation. You know, every time I explain people about spiritual strength, everyone's like, am I psychic? Am I psychic? I said, we all have it. The problem is that we close it. As children, we all have these abilities. And then as we get older, we put the blinders on. So maybe this is saying how you've closed your eyes and you didn't want to know. Maybe this situation really kind of like, if you had some type of psychic abilities before, because you wanted it so badly to turn out the way you wanted it to turn out, you were closing your eyes to things. But now, maybe you'll be able to open this shaman within you. Now that you're finally like phasing out of that, for those of you who are resonating with what I'm saying right now, and this is totally clicking with you, okay, yeah, see, you had a barrier up. It's time to break down the wall. This barrier was closing like your vision, your sight, to tell you what it is that you needed to see, hear, know. The Patience card flipped in and flipped back out. Actually, flipped and went back in. So it flipped out and went back in. So let's see. What about this? Maybe you lost your patience and you just felt like maybe you were giving up on life. Maybe you're just giving up on the situation in the past. Maybe you're giving up on the fact that you feel like you just don't have these psychic abilities that you feel that maybe you felt you had at some point. This could be also something from the other reading I had the other day about dabbling in dark magic, not knowing you dabbled in dark magic, possibly. Maybe you were trying to so badly create the situation of the past that unknowingly to yourself, you were maybe putting out into the universe darker energy, and maybe you gave up, and maybe you're saying, you know what, no, I don't even want to touch anything anymore, I don't want to do this anymore, which is okay, because sometimes you just need a little bit of a timeout to just be able to see things clearly. The busy bee, the community. As I was talking about manifesting something dark, you didn't even realize it possibly. I'm reading this. You are a powerful creator. Your work blesses everything you touch. Be open to receive sweetness. You are the queen of abundance. You have this ability. You have the light side attached to you. We all have light and we all have dark. It can be so easily twisted, guys, because it's something that you want. And you know, it touched on patience before. Maybe you lost your patience with your skills. Maybe you knew deep down in your heart you shouldn't try to will something to happen that wasn't meant to be. And maybe you tried, and maybe that was crossing the line. And then, like I said, you know, our ego can control the results sometimes. You really have to let go of the ego to figure out what the answers truly are. You have to use some discernment. But you can create something amazing and beautiful. But you can also, with all good intentions, start off by creating something beautiful, and then with just one little grain of sand, twist into something that you didn't expect it to turn into. That one little thought can taint the sauce, you know? They're showing me the yin and yang symbol, but on one side is grace and the other side is good luck. So it's about merging, all right? It's about merging these two energies, having an equal flow and equal balance, okay? Oh, grace and fortune, grace and fortune. With grace comes fortune, and with fortune, you should be grateful, if that makes any sense. So maybe it's something that you need to start, maybe you need to write that down and start saying that to yourself. With grace, there's fortune, and with fortune, I should be grateful. Because what ends up happening is we're all so graceful until we get the thing that we wanted. And the grace that you had, that humility, turns to cockiness, to arrogance, to I deserve it. You know, the universe says, I deserve this. Well, the universe giveth, the universe taketh. So, you know, that arrogance is something that can burn you. Like I said, maybe the intention started off innocent and peaceful, but maybe that one little granule of sand tainted the whole manifestation that you were trying to create. And instead of putting light and love, you put something dark out there because you wanted it. I want it and I want it now. You wanted happiness. You wanted a community. You wanted companionship. You wanted your friend circle. Let's see what else. The inner knowing. You know deep down within you that you hold the answers. That you, this is for, I don't know who this is for. Please, for those of you who are really like connecting with this, just comment below. You know deep down in your soul that you are a higher level being. Some of you guys can astral travel. You see things that others don't. But whatever this mess is that you were dealing with has literally put like the blinders on your sight. You need to drop the veil so that you can get back down into that knowing, that deep shaman wisdom that's stuck inside of your soul. This is probably not going to be for everybody, but I hope it's for a large portion of you guys. That space of just knowing that you are meant for greater things. And I'm not talking about a place of arrogance, greater things, like fancy cars, fancy homes. I mean, greater things. This is something that happens within you. And if it truly happens within you, then it happens without you, and the outer side of you, right? People have mistaken those two things. All right, what's the next deck? Okay. Okay. I think I know where they're going with this because I was just talking about this. All right, they're saying you haven't been very grounded lately. But I feel like they're saying if you know that you hold this power within you, you cannot be arrogant. This is not the way of the power. Does that make sense? This is not the way of the shaman. This is not the way of the light. This is not godlike, godly-like, right? If God is the one who gave you these strengths, do you think he'd be happy that you'd be very boastful over what you can and cannot do? No. He'll say, ew, and take it away. It's like people who never had money. Then all of a sudden, they have money. And their arrogance consumes them. And they become ugly people. And they used to be great people. So it's like, it pretty much you're saying like, for those of you who do have this gift, you should not be arrogant about it. Like, I know my strength. I know this. I know. Really? It's ugly. It's very unappealing. But for most of you who do have this power, they're saying you had it shut off for so long because of everything that you were dealing with or accepting in your life. Okay. If you do not learn from these mistakes from the past that made your skills shut off, Or for some of you guys, maybe you have, but maybe you are opening doors to the mind, to the other side. But maybe your arrogance is growing so immensely. It's like you're never, this is what they were saying the other day. Instead of going to the side of the light, you're going to be going to the side of the dark. You really kind of want to put, hold on a second. They're saying you want to go in solitude and really go think about this. Like, go within. Go think. Have you been this person? Have you embraced the ego? Have you embraced this feeling like you are deserving of everything, but in an arrogant way? Or are you just being humble and saying, I know that the universe is going to do right by me. Whatever happens, they're always going to do right by me. Things always seem to work out for me. That's humble. Not like, I know I'm going to have a 5-bedroom house. I know I'm going to have a beach house and a lake house. I know I'm going to have a boat. I know I'm going to go on vacation like 7 times a year. That's arrogance. There's a difference. I'm not saying you can't envision that to manifest it, but actually acting out as if you, now if you don't get it, you're angry. Like I'm meant to have this is a different thing altogether. Hold on a second. Let's see about this. Explain, please. Give me some clarifiers for these 2 cards. Hold on. God gave you a choice. It's very interesting how they're laying out these cards, guys. God, when you go within, you're going to see something. You're going to come to some kind of realization. God gave you a choice. You had many, many ways. Many things you could choose from, but you decided to not heal. Maybe just talk to the talk, but maybe you didn't walk the walk. Maybe you blindly pointed the fingers at other people. And then I feel like, I don't know if it's for you or this is another person, but I feel like they're saying this is for whoever is really resonating with this right now. They're saying that you maybe put the blame of things on other people, maybe of other friends. This is you being in the dark side. And now I feel like you're under some kind of stress. Because maybe you put this blame on other people and then maybe people judged you and walked away from you. But you had a choice all along. You had the choice to heal. You had the choice to not pick the side of the arrogance. And I feel like this message is going to make you realize some of these things. Why somebody or some things maybe moved away from you. Yeah, right? I'm sorry. I'm talking to them in my head. This message, this energy, is this mostly for the viewer? Or is this mostly for the other person? This is the viewer, because you guys hold this power within you. You keeping yourself locked in the past, put the blinders on you. And then the arrogance of knowing and feeling that you are absolutely deserved it is not good. So maybe you flipped from one energy to the next and you chose not to heal instead, except you just expected. This is why this patience card flipped out and then flipped back in. Maybe for a minute you were going down this path, the right path, and then you went right back into a not a great path. Okay, so what's the outcome of today's vibe, please? What's the message here? What do you want to tell them? What's the advice, let's say, okay? Please give me some advice cards for whoever needs to hear the advice for this reading, please, for today. Okay. Sorry, guys, about the background noise. I do have neighbors. Sometimes it's loud. Okay, hold on a second. Put these away. It's funny, because that was at the top of the deck over here. Hold on a second. Just want to put these out because I feel like these are all correlated with each other here. Knowing your worth. And you need, it's like they're saying you need to know your worth, but in a very gentle manner to draw in the right things that are meant for you in this lifetime. Hold on a second. They're saying that it's you judged somebody who was maybe that could have been your match. Or somebody you felt was your match in the past has been judged. Maybe, yeah. Maybe they've been judged by God. And you needed to move on physically, mentally, emotionally. But then they're saying that you didn't heal. They were talking about this earlier. You didn't heal. You needed to make the choice, the right choice, not the choice of arrogance, of dominance, of authority. A new beginning. Sorry. You needed to take initiative to move forward. And almost like you needed to expose to the world that you were, I don't know why. They're saying like you needed to expose to the world that, or to yourself. I feel like it's to the world. You needed to expose to the world that you were like, you were just like out there doing your thing. Show everybody that you were doing your thing and you didn't give two shits about what was happening in the past. You're just going to work hard on yourself and you're going to get what you want. But not in an arrogant way. But they're saying you did something foolish. And whatever this was, I feel like there was some type of arrogance thing that happened. And it hardened you. And it removed the thing that made you you. The thing that made you soft. The thing that made you loving. The thing that made you caring. I just feel like because you went into that energy, it kind of like swooped you into that world of other people that were like-minded like that. You need to know your worth, but be humble. And end the past. End the way that you were in the past. End this, allowing this person or situation to block you. Remove the blinders off of your spiritual self. If you're arrogant on what you want, if you are possibly, they're saying a white lie, like, you're in a white lie way manipulating your energy to manifest what you want, but maybe there's some seeds of not so great. They're not white. They're like, evil seeds instead of light seeds, right? So they're saying, yeah, you need to end those old ways of being, because see, that just kept you. If you felt off balance, then it made you even more off balance. That will ensure you of a life of instability being like that and of no growth. It's almost like they're saying, God has given you a gift. You need to appreciate it and be humble. Whatever your spiritual gifts are or physical gifts. I know so many people who have so many amazing things in their life and they're never happy. Never happy. No matter what they get, it's just never enough. It's not good enough. What about that? Explain this. I feel like there might have been a group of people that you were hanging out with. Hold on a second. That maybe was really good at keeping you in this negative, low vibrational state. It's almost like they had power over you. Oh, wow. The moon card fell on the devil card. The hidden demons. The hidden low vibrational energies. They grew in strength. As you stayed in this state of mind, they grew stronger. Not you. So these manipulative energies just grew stronger and stronger as you stayed stuck in that old way. You had no protection when you were in your dark shadow side. Like the angels couldn't even help you if you needed it because you were sabotaging it, they were saying. It's like they're showing me like you didn't want to release yourself from this old bond, this old way of thinking, maybe this old group of people who grew strength over making you sick. I feel like some of you guys were actually physically sick. They kept you bounded. You didn't even realize it. They were like the devil's minions doing their job, and they were succeeding. Okay, what's the advice here? Okay. Okay, it's like they're saying this group made you not be able to think properly. They confused you. Instead of you making the right choices, they kept you stuck in confusion. Okay. These people made you stuck in a repetitive cycle of never being able to find someone or something or anyone loyal to you. Almost like this rigid, cold-hearted way of thinking. They kept you stuck. Almost like they're saying maybe there was like a group of people that kept you stuck in a way of thinking that nobody's good enough for you. Maybe you said something like that and they nurtured it. Maybe they said, yeah, right. You're right. Nobody's good enough for you. Da, da, da. People sometimes, They see you have something good in your life, and they try to mess with your mind so you doubt what you have. And sometimes, people get so jealous of what you have. So they say things to make you think that it isn't good enough or it wasn't the right choice. I feel like these people, they made you do this. Or they put you in that place. To have peace of mind, you need to change the direction. If you're still in this energy with these people, they're saying if you want to finally be able to sleep at night, be at peace, you need to change your direction. And it's not with these people who keep you in a very low vibrational state. You know who they are. Like, I don't have to tell you. You know who they are. Could be family, could be friends. These people, they make you feel like with them you have everything. Like they're the best. That's what Hold on a second. Okay, they're saying to me, you really need to focus when you manifest. You need to focus on good people. You need to focus on all the beautiful things that you truly want and deserve in your life. Okay. Oh my God, they're showing me again, back to these people. They keep going back to these people. You need to imagine yourself without these people in your life too. Hey, you need to have the courage to move away from them. These people are making you think, making you think this illusion that your life might be great like this, but it's like they want you stuck in the cycle of misery. They don't want you to fix yourself. They want you to stay exactly the way you are. Whatever your state is right now, and if you're not happy, they want you to stay like this. There's people that are connected to this. The devil's little minions, they're helpers. You can't really sometimes, like I said, like it's your best friend. Sometimes it's like a sister or brother. You can't imagine sometimes it's the people that do this to you. But you know in your heart. They're keeping you stuck in this illusion. The cycle of the illusion. All right, guys, I'm going to end it at that. I just want you to know that I want to remind you again that at the beginning of this reading, they made me put a healing on the block of positive expression for the collective. The block of positive expression. If you can't think positive, then you can't manifest positive. You're never going to be happy with what you have. Never. So maybe you need to pray on that. All right, guys. I'll see you next time. Love and light. Bye.